Hi, I'm Janine Jones, Professor of School Psychology at the University of Washington. Welcome to the School Psychology Futures Conference. We are so excited to have school psychology practitioners, scholars, and students come together to imagine how our field can expand our commitment to serving all children and youth. We believe the next generation of school psychology practice includes using a social justice lens in order to appropriately serve children, youth, and families. This conference is intended to be an interactive journey. We will engage in self-reflection as well as deep group discussions where we will learn from one another. Please join at any time for as many activities as you can. Our kickoff event begins June 20th, 2023, with monthly activities through April 2024. The Futures Conference includes visioning, imagining, and using our best creativity together. Yet, we are human. Human nature is to be uncomfortable with and resist change. It can be difficult. It might mean that we disagree or have a hard time hearing ambitious ideas from others. It also might mean that we make mistakes, misstep, or microaggress on our colleagues and friends. To help us prepare for this, our conference committee developed a set of community agreements to guide our participation in these events. Here are our 5 core community agreements. Check our privilege, share power, and share space. This includes respecting confidentiality of others and being very conscious of when we take space, we want to be sure to make space for others. We may step up, but we also should step back. Create shared understanding. This includes doing things such as practice active listening, checking for accuracy, and asking questions. Build trust. Be sensitive to the experience of others. Your perspective isn't the only perspective. So you want to do things like express your feelings with education. Explain why you feel that way. And the last element of building trust is to listen for new ideas and respect them when you hear them. None of those yes, but responses to others' ideas. Hold one another accountable. Try your best not to critique without proposed alternative ideas. Or even better, say yes and, where you build on the ideas of others. And finally, commit to engaging in personal growth. You want to be present, minimize distractions, listen to your emotions. If you feel something, that means it's important to you, so be open and honest. To enact these agreements, remember that communication is key. You need to not only have a strong sense of your own communication style, but also how to recognize when communication style of others is different. When they differ, there's great potential for miscommunication. As we think about our communication, it is critical that we consider intent versus impact. The things we say don't always reflect what we mean. That's our intent. And the things that we mean don't always have the impact that we intend. Even when you mean well, your words may still hurt. As a speaker, we often think that our intent matters most. But you have to keep in mind that the listener cannot read intent. They can only infer intent. So they have to infer from other clues and indicators, such as your tone of voice, your proximity to them, gestures that you use, or an established relationship that you already have with them. Even though our intent is important, it all depends on how information is received. How information is received impacts relationships and outcomes. So it's most important to remember that impact has a much longer lasting effect on relationships than our intent. The intent versus impact quandary will be most prominent when there are differences in opinion. We should be prepared for that. When we know that differences in opinion are likely to occur, it is important for us to be prepared to have conversations and all discussions with humility. We can have discussions with humility by calling in others using discussion prompts rather than calling out when we have differences in opinions. You see, calling in others involves the opportunity to explore deeper and make meaning together and find a mutual sense of understanding across differences. It's really focused on reflection, not reaction. So here are some examples. I'm curious, what was your intention when you said that? What is the best case scenario for everyone? What would have to change in order for people to believe? How might someone else see this differently? Could someone else misinterpret those words? How did you include that? Help me understand how to get there. What do others assume to be true about? What sort of impact do you think such a decision or comment or action might have? What is the connection between blank and blank? Or finally, how might our own comfort level, assumptions, expectations, and experiences be influencing our thinking here? The idea of having these discussion prompts is to generate further conversation rather than responding to assumptions and having hurt feelings. Remember, our goal of this conference is to reimagine the field of school psychology through a social justice lens. We have to do this together. So we welcome you. Please join and be a part of shaping the future of school psychology. I'll see you there.